The Gulf Giants look to be peaking at the right time in the DP World ILT20. Skipper James Wince's silky stroke play has returned, while Chris Jordan has mastered his Yorkers at the depth. And with a couple of UAE spinners coming of age, the 2023 winners are flexing their championship muscle again.
Brilliant bowling, Blessing. They've won a game from nowhere, and the Giants are guaranteed a top two.
MI Emirates rode their star power to qualify top of the table despite ending the group stages with 2 losses in a row. And in Kieron Pollard and Dwayne Bravo, they have perennial trophy winners in their ranks. For the men in blue and those in orange, they know victory today, and they are 1 win away from another title. It's qualifier 1 of the DP World ILT20, where the MI Emirates take on the defending champions, Gulf Giants. Let's take a look at the points table here. MI Emirates and Gulf Giants finished in top 2, and MI Emirates with a better net run rate finished at the top position. Let me tell you that the winner will go ahead into the finals. It is a rather scintillating atmosphere here at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. And I will tell you one thing, we will have a finalist tonight. Let's find out what the captains decide of this crucial toss.
The race for championship status intensifies. Toss time for qualifier 1 with the captains, Nicholas Puran of MI Emirates, James Vince of the Gulf Giants. We've got the match referee, Roshan Mahanama, here, and also the toss representative, Ms. Ebtisam Al-Kabi. Thank you for joining us. Nicholas with the coin.
Heads. Heads is the call.
Call is made.
It is heads.
So, James, you've won the toss. Tell me, what are you going to do and why?
We're going to have a bowl first tonight. It looks a good wicket. Obviously, not much grass on it. If some dew comes down later, you know, if it's going to change one way, hopefully it skids on more this evening.
Very different to your trend in your last 4 matches here when you batted first. Is there a stronger reasoning behind that decision to bowl first today? Maybe spin playing more for a leading role?
Yeah, we just feel like it might grip maybe more in the first innings. You know, the last game we chose to bat first, given it's a day game, but the games previous to that we were stuck into bat. So not much in it, but just feel like hopefully it may get better later on.
You seem to like this opposition. Nearly an average of 70, 350s in just 4 matches. What's it about this opposition that arouses you a little bit more?
I don't know, that was news to me. Yeah, it's my job at the top of the order to go out there and try and get the team off to a good start, so hopefully we can do the same again this evening.
Any significant changes to your team today?
Yeah, Gerard Erasmus has gone back for national duty, so Liam Dawson comes in to replace him, and Daniel Worrell comes into the squad as a replacement for Richard Gleeson, who's out injured and plays this evening.
Okay, all the very best to you. Let's
Thank
get
you.
Nicholas Puran in here. Nicholas, was it a private jet that brought you across? I mean, yesterday you were playing in Australia, now today here in Dubai?
No private jet, no private jet.
Happy to bat first in this qualifier 1?
Yeah, happy. If we won the toss, we're going to bat first as well.
In terms of this game, is it more about retribution from what transpired last season when they knocked you out in that qualifier 2?
I wouldn't say that. I felt like they played a better cricket throughout of last year, and respect goes to them. I think today this tournament is a new tournament for everyone, and it gives us the opportunity to be better. We know we had a lot of things to work on. This year we came back better. We played well in the group stage, and we're here playing this game here, hoping for the best.
What's critical in this encounter? What's the approach like? Is it going to be high risk and go for the win to get into the final?
I think after the game you'll know the answer, but we just need to control what we can, play the game the right way, and just hopefully keep the momentum when it's in our favor.
All the very best to you.
Thank you.
Right, so the captains, they've had their say. News from the middle, it's the Gulf Giants. They've won the toss and they will bowl first.
Thank you so much, Darren. That's interesting. First of all, Nicky P is back. And secondly, we've got the Gulf Giants going against the Tide because they won the last 4 batting first. They've chosen to bowl first. Plenty to discuss. But first, let me show you what's on the show tonight. We hear from Kieron Pollard on his milestone match and how his family motivates him. Gulf Giants skipper James Wince tells us why he tries to keep his emotions in check. And we analyze Trent Boult and Chris Jordan, the star fast bowlers likely to shape tonight's crucial contest. Welcome to Cricket Safari. I'm Ridhima Pathak, joined by two tall, dynamic gentlemen. I've got Simon Dewell as well as Wasim Akram. I have a feeling they've kept me on the show to decrease the average height of this show today.
And the pace as well. It goes from very quick to medium, slightly slower, but it's fine.
Learning to bowl. But the big thing is, the big news is for the MI Emirates, they've got Nicky P, they've got Akeal Hussain and Tim David. The three main players who've won them so many games at the group stage. What does it mean for the MI Emirates in the final?
Well, it means they've got some pulling power. They had the games changed around so that these guys could play tonight, which was an interesting thing. But look, they just add so much to any side. Nicholas Pooran has been brilliant throughout the early stages of this tournament before he left. I like the fact that Kieron Hussain has come in as well. But Pooran adds the captaincy, takes the pressure off Pollard,
yes,
which I think is quite a big thing for me, Wasim. And then you look at Tim David, he's going to add that power along with, you think about David and Pollard coming in the middle order, it's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, they're one of the best in the world in the business, these two boys are, especially the as finishers. And I think for Gulf Giants, it's a good toss to win. But Akeal Hussain, we were discussing, he's got 9 wickets duly. And look at that average. And I think, and the economy rate, and 4 for 23 is best. I think he's more useful, especially in first 6 overs, with the new ball, in my opinion.
They've lost Fazalak Farooqi, obviously, halfway through the tournament. And I think that changed. He had 17 wickets in the tournament before he left. They need another new ball bowler or a guy to open the bowling with Trent Boult. And I think tonight Akeal Hussain is going to be a key for them.
Indeed, he'll be carrying a lot of responsibility there with Fazalak Farooqi not being there. But talking about the Gulf Giants, you've got their captain who's found his form and rhythm right, and he's peaking at the right moment. What has changed about him?
Look, I mean, he's always going to be a good player. You don't lose form or quality or class overnight. He just maybe found the start of the tournament a little bit different. The surfaces have been quite different from last year, I think, and James Vince has just summed things up a little more at the back end of the tournament. You want to be peaking at this time. The Capitals are peaking at the right time of the season. You don't want to put all your form at the front end of the season and then start to lose it at the back. He's actually found it. When you look at the stats against Trent Boult, I think that's one of the key matchups early on. He dominates Boult.
Absolutely, and Boult is one of their main bowlers who gets the wicket with the new ball, but he struggled against this ball. So it'll be an incredible duel between these two today. And I think, knowing Boult, he's very experienced. He probably will come back. It's a different pitch. We'll talk about the pitch a little later. But I think it's a very, very good toss to win in general.
Indeed. Now, if you take a look at that, the Englishman definitely seems unfazed by the left armour. But Wasim, you should be able to tell us that what makes Trent Boult so effective for so long must be a Herculean task to be able to do so.
I think a lot of left-handers with the new ball, that whoever brings the ball back into the right-hander, he's always in the game. He always had a chance. And of course, in this format, as you all know, wicket taking, that matters. And if you take wickets with the new ball, you can put the pressure on the opposition. That's how you win games, and that's why he's so important. Experience too. He's been playing for so long. Good variation, and he comes around the wicket as well. He didn't have last couple of games. His form wasn't there, but today is the day for the big players.
Well, I guess we'll find out. That'll be a battle to watch out. But let me tell you that James Vince definitely knows how to turn on the big stage, and he's telling us about his mindset for the big games.
That is a half-century for the Giants captain.
You always want more runs. I think it'd be nice to find some form again in the last couple of games, and a couple of 50s in some important games has been good. You always look back and think you could have scored a few more along the way, but some big games coming up, so runs kind of count for double now. If we can have our top order firing and making big contributions, that goes a long way to us winning games here.
That's been punished. Absolutely brilliant from Vince.
When I'm on the field, I probably don't show much emotion majority of the time, and that's because I guess whatever's been or gone, you want to try and park as quickly as possible and move on to what's up next. You can't alter what's happened, so I think trying to, as I say, control those emotions and just be reset and be as neutral as you can for the next passage of play or the next ball, whatever it is really important. When I get out, I can sometimes let a bit of emotion out in the changing room through frustration. Certainly when we win games as well, there's no better feeling than coming off and sharing those, 10, 15 minutes after a game with each other in the dressing room where you can, you're proud of what you achieved.
They've won a game from nowhere.
I think just as you play more cricket and as you get older, you learn how to deal with the different challenges and different emotions that come with big games. And I think the fundamental thing in big games is you try and stick to what you do or what you've done previously. That just because there's a bit more on the line, I think remaining sort of level and repeating what you've done beforehand is the most important thing. It's easy. Finishing in the top 2 is massive because although we obviously want to win tomorrow and book our place in the final, it does take a little bit of pressure off in the sense that you get a second opportunity at it. We know it'll be a tough game. They've got some high quality players and they've been probably the standout team throughout the whole competition. We know it'll be tough, but we also beat them a few games ago. Got something to lean back on, and hopefully our guys can turn up and put in a good performance and book our place in the final.
Well, the man is coming into the first qualifier at the back of 2 back-to-back 50s. And Gulf Giants just love Dubai. They won 4 on the trot, whereas MI Emirates, not so much. So what does the role of the surface play into the big stage? We've got Najim Anas as well as Wakar Yunus giving us details.
Well, it is pitch number 4 that we are using tonight for this encounter, so slightly over to one side. It has been a ground where teams have chased well, Wakar Yunus, but Gulf Giants have proven you can bat first here and win. So interesting they've chosen to bowl first tonight.
I know. That's very surprising for me also, because this pitch, go back maybe a few games, it was a lot greener. And now the grass is there, but because there's been so much roller gone on it and bit of water, and the green tinge is gone now. There's still grass there, but it's rolled in. So I feel the dryness of the pitch suggests the spinner's going to play a bigger role in this game.
So it's going to be interesting then to see if the toss was correct for James Vince. We've been told no dew expected.
No dew expected. Well, let me tell you, MI Emirates would be batting first. Simon, what do you make of that playing 11?
Yeah, it's a strong looking side. You've got to get wickets up front against this lot. Nicholas Pooran's one of the most destructive T20 batters in the world. It's power all the way down to Bravo, to be honest. Great to see Akil Hossain back in the side. Mohamed Rohit gets another chance. Didn't bowl a ball in the last game, and the surprise package of the season has been Waqar Salam Kheel. He has been brilliant for MI Emirates. Waz, over to you for the Gulf Giants.
Yeah, a couple of changes in there. So Cox is there, he's not in great nick, but Wynn, Setmeyer, Smith, then of course Usman Khan is playing for Ayan, and then Dawson comes in left-arm spinner, and of course Dan Worrell, the Australian right-arm bowler who's done well in the South African League. So yeah, 2 good sides.
2 good sides, and let me tell you, a great crowd here at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium, where the atmosphere is scintillating, the crowds are ringing, the hearts are thumping. It's that kind of match. But there is a lot of anticipation that's building up. We will take a short break here, but we will discuss the big hitter, Kieron Pollard, right after this short break. Welcome back to Cricket Safari. Well, let me tell you that MI Emirates is a star-studded team, and one of the big names there is Kieron Pollard, one of the most experienced players in this tournament. He's played more than 600 T20 matches, but exactly how many? Can you tell? Well, we've got some answers for you.
I'm going to ask you a really tough question. How many T20 matches have you played?
At one point the other day, I would have been able to tell you it was 624, 625. So then I've played 10 more, 635, I've played another 2, 637, close to 640.
You're very, very close. Your next match is going to be your 650th T20.
Oh my God. Yeah, by the grace of God, obviously 650 matches, and not just T20s alone. 2 ACL injuries, 2013, 2015, being able to play after that. Obviously by the grace of God, but the love and the passion for the sports, the drive, the determination, the motivation factor of continuing to play and continuing to excel in the talent that I've been given by the Almighty. So let's see how far that can take us. 650, it is a lot of cricket. Come from tough backgrounds, tough beginnings, single parent, coming through the ranks, not knowing which direction you're going to go. You had the option of going with the not so good guys or, using sport. And this has given me, cricket has given me everything that I've had. Along the way, girlfriend, wife turning into, you have kids, and they all depend on you. And now, only the big ones, they understand that when you don't do well, they feel disappointed. But on a normal day, they don't care if you made naught, if you just lost a game or whatever. They just want to see daddy or your husband coming back home and being happy. So for me, that's the most important thing. I play hard, I practice hard. The results takes care of itself, but I said it's back to reality. I'm at that point in life whereas obviously it's not all about playing. Obviously I've gotten into the other side of it, and when I have to sort of pass on my knowledge and my experience, it's coming from a background of still doing it and what the guys sort of need. Hopefully it's going to be a smooth transition, but at the moment that's how it is, and let's see where or how long that takes me on that side of the fence.
Kieron Pollard playing his 650th T20 match. Will he make it count?
It's phenomenal. It's a real testament to his willingness to keep playing. He's a big man, and to keep that body fit and to keep it uninjured relatively well throughout. He talked about his ACL injuries. The numbers don't lie as to what a great player he is and has been.
Passion going.
Yeah.
He's still a match winner.
Yeah.
The way he batted at the other team won, but still playing leagues all over the world. After this, he's going to PSL, straight playing there. So passion has to be there. And of course, 650 games.
And you can always tell a player's commitment, I think, by the way they field.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing for me. You might lose it with the bat here and there. You might lose it with the ball here and there. But you don't lose your commitment and your passion to fielding. And that's one thing he's never, ever lost.
And he always goes
so much
to
to admire about
hot
him.
areas, wherever mid-off is an off spinner, he go to mid-wicket or mid-on. Left arm spinner, he go mid-off. So yeah, that's important too.
But having said that, Wasim, Chris Jordan has gotten the better of him in the right there in the previous game.
Yeah, that's where you bowl at him outside off stump with that field set. I mean, Chris Jordan's got so much experience. It's not easy to bowl according to your field. And this guy with all the experience in the world, he did that for a couple of overs, and then eventually he got him out as well, and they won that game out of nowhere. And I think that's where the Gulf Giants momentum started. The Yorkers, the slow balls, outside off Yorkers. He's just a complete cricketer and a gun fielder too.
Yeah, absolutely. CJ's one of those wholehearted players. He's much like Kieron Pollard in the aspect that he keeps himself supremely fit. He's a genuine athlete. Pace has been up in the back end of this tournament as well. Nails those Yorkers when he needs to. He's got confidence to bowl them, and it's one thing Wasim will tell you. If you don't commit to the Yorker, you'll get met. You'll bowl more half volleys than you will Yorkers, and you will get met.
If you see that stat, 40% kind of showed in the slot. But that means those batters are probably standing outside the crease, and he's been following them. And look at, in general, first to six. I mean, he's just a complete cricketer in T20 format and a gun fielder. That's so important.
Gentlemen, so who's winning tonight?
Oh, Giants for me.
Giants for me too.
Giants we've got a unanimous vote here. Well, will the Giants continue marching at this very venue, or will the MI Emirates find a way to stop them? We'll find out. Live action coming to you right after this short break.